Hey everybody, good morning. It is like 5 in the morning this morning, Thursday, January 11th. It's 111, 2018, or 2018, as I guess is the proper way to say it. And I didn't have to wake up early today. I actually had the opportunity to sleep in yesterday and today, and I woke up both days earlier than I normally do when I have to go to work. Normally when I have to go to work, I have to wake up at 4. From like 4 to 4:30, I'll be like super lazy because I don't wear makeup to work because I'm too tired to get up and get ready, and makeup really makes me break out. So yeah, I like legit stay in bed as long as I can. But on the last 2 days that I've been able to sleep in, I've been woken up really early, and I end up having a lot of energy throughout the whole day and going to bed later at night. So it's gonna be a new thing I'm gonna try for a little bit to see if I can keep the schedule up or not, because it's like my natural body schedule or whatever. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. I just wanted to come on here and give a little update and kind of like a little testimony, a little blessing of some recent events that have been going on in my life. So I have a daughter who's 10 years old right now, and I haven't went to court for custody or anything for her since she was like 2 or 3 years old. And yesterday I went to court for her. It wasn't anything that I wanted to do. I was not wanting to go to court at all. In fact, there were so many times that I just wanted to write her dad and be like, can we please just dismiss this case? Like, it was so scary, and it was such a big trying time for me in my personal life besides any extra stuff added to it anyways. But I've came through all of it. December 15th, which was less than a month ago, but we're coming up on a month, I had like the worst day of my life. Like, worse than my dad dying, worse than, like anything I've been through so far. And it was really eye-opening, and since that day, I think a lot of my life has changed, and I think the change is just getting more and more dramatic, as we move forward. And I know it hasn't been a month yet, but it seems like a world ago. It honestly does. My life is like in a whole different realm now than it was then. So it's been like ridiculously crazy. But just real quick, I wasn't gonna go to this court date. Like, I wanted to change her schools because of like academics and whatever, even though she was going to a great school. So I had two options. I was gonna move closer to the school that she was in. I was gonna move closer to that school in that city and have her more at my house, continuing that school and rise her grades up and everything through that school. Or I had the chance to stay at the house that I live in now and change her schools. But it was an art-based school, so I felt really bad for moving her. And she has really good friends and people that work there. It's like a great school. So like the mom guilt is still there, okay? Like, it's very real. And through court, I was told to go ahead and change her schools. That would be the best fit. And like a new start, a new whatever, and keep her doing well in school. And she's going to be staying with me more now than she was going to the previous school. And it's been such a blessing. I'm not a perfect mom. I'm not a perfect human. I'm not a perfect worker, like in any type of way. But I've always wanted to do the best for my kids. Kids stress you out. Kids fight amongst each other. Kids like worry you to death. And I haven't always made the best decisions in those moments, but I've always wanted what's best for my kids, and I've given up a lot of sacrifices so they could always, do what I thought was best. And now to hear like I get her more and she gets to be at a school by me, and it was such a blessing. It was something that I didn't want to do, but I had just had a talk the day before court with the guy that I work with. He was replacing my laptop. and I was at work late. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get home, and like traffic's gonna be so bad. And you know, my kid can't even be at the babysitter because the babysitter closes at 5. Like, I was freaking out. And he was like, I know you're having like a rough night, and I know it's taking a lot longer to get your laptop set up than we expected. But listen, out of this is going to be a blessing. And I was like, okay. Like, he's like, out of every difficulty, there's a blessing. So I was like, okay, like, I'm trusting you. I'm taking your word for it. Like, we'll see. And I get on the highway that night, and there's like no traffic. California, crazy highways, like people traveling from the Bay to go home, and no traffic. 5 o'clock, like it should have been crazy. And I'm like, wow, like, you know, how awesome. And then the next day, I was worried, whatever, and I just kept saying, like, it's gonna be a blessing, like, it's gonna be okay. And what do you know? It was a blessing there too. So if you're going through it, I know, I feel you. I felt like all I had coming up was my worst days. And I felt like, you know, nothing was gonna get better. And I was just stuck, and I had no one on my side, and I couldn't do it. So I know, I felt that. I get you. But for this problem, there's gonna be a blessing. And it might take a little while to see it, and you might have to go through a bunch of craziness before you can feel it, but it's gonna happen. So I just wanted to keep you guys updated and let you know, be a blessing to someone else, and remember that every problem is gonna end up in a blessing somehow. Okay, bye.